Okay, we're not on the record yet. This first up is Coburn. Looking for names. There's one phone I'm going to check to see who that is.
Hello?
Mr. Bradshaw?
Yes.
All right. I just wanted to see who was with this phone number. I'm going to label this. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. I'm calling another case first.
Okay.
Maureen Coburn said that she was going to be calling in.
All right, I've got another phone number in there. Let me pull that in.
That's her.
Oh, okay. Ms. Coburn?
Yeah.
Okay, give me just a moment to label this, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
Okay, Shannon, you can put us on the record now. Okay, this is the matter of Nicole and Timothy Coburn. Mr. Way is here on behalf of the petitioner. Ms. Bordeaux on behalf of the department. The mother is here. Ma'am, your name is Maureen Coburn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And let's see, father of the children is deceased. Okay. So, Ms. Coburn, I need to advise you of your rights in this matter.
Okay.
Judge, can I give you a preliminary matter before we start this? This may save some time.
Sure, go ahead.
Judge, I have been the guardian for these two children since they were 2 or 3 years old. Maureen Coburn is the adoptive mother, also grandmother. These children have had behavioral issues since they've been 2 or 3 years old when I went to the home, and they've only exacerbated over the years. If you read the petition carefully, I think they checked the box for this to be a dependency. Maureen Coburn, if there's ever a case for a dependency petition with children, it's this case. She has no control over them. I also represent Timothy, or have, in juvenile court. And I talked with Mr. Way yesterday about this, and I'm not going to quote him, but he had indicated, I don't have the paperwork here with me today because I thought it was next week, but I did read it, and there is something there that indicates this is could be a dependency matter. Thank you.
Actually, I was just looking at the petition. The boxes are checked both for parental neglect and for dependency. and mom is identified as a respondent. Mr. Way, how would you like to proceed in that regard?
Your Honor, I haven't had a chance to speak at length with the agency about the preference between dependency and keeping the mother as a respondent. I agree with Mr. Brown to a certain degree. I also think there is some enabling of behaviors going on. So I would like to speak with the agency prior to turning this into a dependency, but that might be what we end up doing at a pretrial. But I don't feel comfortable doing that here today.
Okay, well, the petition as it currently reads certainly does identify Ms. Coburn as a respondent, and it's a little premature for the court to be making that kind of a determination. Certainly want to give Mr. Way the opportunity to discuss this with his client. In the meantime, Ms. Coburn, you are identified as a respondent. As a respondent in a child neglect proceeding, you have certain rights. One of those rights is to the assistance of counsel, either one of your choosing, or if you cannot afford one appointed for you by the court initially at public expense. And that's a right that applies throughout the proceeding, and in the event of an appeal also applies throughout any potential appeal. Would you like the court to appoint someone to represent you, Ms. Coburn?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Shannon, who's next
Mike
up?
has represented her in the past, but if you can make sure that we've got all the information so I can fill out.
Oh, okay. We hadn't been doing that, but let me see. Do we have the form so I know what information to ask for?
It's,
I don't think I can reach it from here. Okay, Mr. Kelly, you have apparently represented Ms. Coburn in the past. Are you able to undertake this representation now?
Your Honor, I've reviewed the petition. I was of the same thoughts as Mr. Brown, as well as in some respects Mr. Way. Considering that that could be a possible direction, would the court be inclined to entertain my request for a probable cause hearing, with the understanding that it would provide time for Mr. Way to have an opportunity to speak with his client, and then come back in a week and see what direction we need to go at that point in time? Or is the court simply inclined to find probable cause on its own and set the matter for pretrial?
If probable cause hasn't been waived, I can't determine it without taking testimony. Mr. Way, any objection to setting a probable cause hearing for next Tuesday? And then that'll give you a chance to talk to your client and decide whether or not you want to keep Ms. Coburn as a respondent.
No objection, Your Honor. That makes sense to me.
Okay. So, Ms. Coburn, we will go ahead and appoint Mr. Kelly to represent you. We will be adjourning the preliminary hearing until next Tuesday at, what's our calendar look? If I do have to do a probable cause hearing.
how long do you, we have nothing in the afternoon.
It won't take very long. Let's just set it in the morning.
9:45 then.
9:45 next Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't have that date in front of me. That'd be the 19th.
The 19th.
And you said
Is your number correct on the petition? It's a 358 number. Is that correct for you, Ms. Coburn?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'll give you a call later this week to discuss your case. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So I think what I'm going to do is simply adjourn at this point. Where are Nicole and Timothy currently?
Timothy's in the youth center, and Nicole is up in Dearborn at a rehab.
Okay. Wait.
Nicole's not in a rehab.
what-
She's in a residential facility.
Oh, she's in residential. Sorry.
All right. What's the recommendation for parenting time pending our next hearing?
DHHS recommends supervised parenting time by DHHS or its designee.
No objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, so we will complete the prelim in a week and hopefully at that point have some clear guidance from how the agency wants to proceed. So we'll see you in a week. Ms. Coburn, did you have any questions for me today?
No.
So I am filling out an appointment for her.
Yeah, we probably should.
Okay, can you just make sure her phone number and all that is right?
So let's see, Ms. Coburn, we have to fill out the court-appointed attorney form for you. Let me just verify. Your address and phone number in the petition are correct?
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Are you currently employed?
No. I'm on SFI.
What?
Disability.
Oh, okay. Do we need any more than that, Shannon?
I usually,
Okay.
I just want, just, no, that's fine.
All right, that's enough information then. All right, we'll see you in a week and hopefully figure out where we go from there. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Just keep that attorney appointment form, so
Oh.
the next one we might,
Oh, okay. We'll do that.
and then I'll just fill them all out as one big.
All right, I think I'm going to handle the ball matter next. Well, that's this afternoon, isn't it? Sorry. So we have two related files. Lewis, well, looks like there's numerous children on that one. Lewis and Bradshaw minors, and then the Bradshaw minors. So let me bring the rest of the folks into this.
And Your Honor, Ken needs to be brought in too. He said he was having technical difficulties this morning.
Yeah, I just let everybody in because everybody here now is going to be on these two files. So Shannon, I did the initial prelim on this. Both parents asked for attorneys. Have you identified who the appointment will be?
Nope, I waited for this morning. So which ones? We're talking about mom on 2014 and there's.
Right. Mr. Bradshaw and Ms. Eubanks have both requested attorneys.
Rebecca will be mom and Ken will be dad.
Okay. Ms. McCluskey and Mr. Hotchkiss, do you each have a copy of this petition or these petitions?
I do not, Your Honor.
I believe I do.
Shannon said they were sent. If you could look, what I'm inclined to do is put both of you into private meeting rooms with your respective clients so that you can go through the petition, and when you're ready, just come back out of those private rooms.
Ken, I sent it to you on Thursday, January 7th at 2:41 p.m.
I don't doubt that. I'll see what I can find. Thank you.
Well, I
want to make sure you have
I'll
it.
resend it right now.
That'd be great. Thank you.
So I've got someone in the waiting room it says Michael's Galaxy. Anybody have an idea who Michael might be?
That's Michael
Would that
Lewis.
be? All right, let me get him in. He's not a respondent, is he?
No.
The only two respondents are Mr. Bradshaw and Ms. Eubanks.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Bradshaw, as soon as I'm certain that the attorneys have the petitions, I'm going to put you in a private meeting room so that you can have a confidential conversation with your attorney. Same for you, Ms. Eubanks.
Okay.
Is her name Eubanks or Lewis?
It's Eubanks. I think I modified the petition when I heard this.
Yeah, and you said to do a new petition, I thought.
I think I just amended it. Okay, so let me create a couple breakout rooms. We'll make.
Fiona, can you please see if Ken got that?
I did not get that
Yeah.
yet. I've not received
Still
it yet,
waiting.
Shannon.
What the heck?
I forwarded it too.
Somebody is inviting me to join a breakout room, and I don't need it.
Me too.
Uh-oh.
Your Honor, it also invited me, and I don't believe I need to be in a breakout room.
Close all rooms and try again. Wow, it keeps changing. Did you say Rebecca was for Ms. Eubanks?
Yes.
Well, this has them both selected, but I didn't do it. And it's not letting me kick them out. I don't understand what's going on. My apologies, folks. Let me see if I can figure out what's happening here. Oh, I see what I did.
We just got kicked out of the breakout room.
I did because I was having all kinds of problems with it, Rebecca. I'm trying again now. I see what I did. I picked, instead of selecting manual assignment, I accidentally selected automatic assignment. So Zoom was just randomly assigning people to different rooms. So let's try again.
Hey, Matt, I sent you another email address. Could you try that one? I'm not getting anything through my work email.
Yeah, the email that you sent came from your work email, though. But I replied to it and copied and attached the petition, so hopefully you get that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to open the rooms. Ken, I think until you're sure you've got the petition, it's probably a good idea not to choose the option to go into the private room.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
And you want to, can we, are you able to? All right, I got that, Ken. Let me try this. Okay, I just sent it to the new email address, Ken.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, on the Galaxy, you are Michael Lewis. Mr. Lewis, can you hear me? Looks like he doesn't have a good connection.
I did get a copy of the petition, Your Honor.
All right, you can select to go in that meeting room now, I think.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so while they are talking,
yes, I can hear you.
okay. All right, good. So, Mr. Lewis, I know you're not named as a respondent in these petitions, but as a parent, you've got every right to participate. While we were waiting for you to come online, I assigned attorneys to Mr. Bradshaw and to Ms. Eubanks, and those attorneys are meeting privately with their clients in another, what we call a breakout room. And as soon as they come back in, we will resume the proceeding.
Yes, sir.
We're back and ready to proceed, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, we're waiting on Mr. Bradshaw and Mr. Hotchkiss. He only was just able to access the petition, so it might be a few minutes. So Shannon, we can identify who's in the meeting room while we're waiting for them to come back in. Obviously, Matt for the petitioner. Mr. Brown is LGAL on both files, I believe. He should be.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't see his name written in the other one. I'm going to do it now. And let's see, we have Emily Schell for the department and Scott Norkey as well. And we have non-respondent Mother Brianna Johnson is also present. And you already heard me mention Mr.
Mr.
Lewis
Lewis,
Senior.
right. Yep.
Okay. So Shannon, while we're waiting, I think you can take us off the record.
Okay.
I'm going to step away for just a minute, but I'm going to leave the meeting room open and the live stream is going. So take that into account. back yet? Nope, still not there. Get a chance, could you find that blank order form for order correcting name in the blank case? I want to. Oh, looks like they're back, Shan.
They're back?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
I just want to confirm that this is a permanent request as to dad, even though that box is not checked.
Yes, I thought it was checked. Is it not checked on one of the petitions?
I didn't, the petition I'm looking at, just mom's is checked, but.
I'm pretty sure it's checked on the other one.
The other one? Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like 1G, 1H is checked, but the original, like the C box isn't checked. So we can fix that this morning.
Sure. Okay. I
Okay,
just wanted to confirm.
Shannon, put us back on the record, please.
Okay.
Okay, both attorneys have had ample time to speak with your respective clients.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I know both parents were present at the 24-hour removal hearing, and I went through all of their rights. Do either of you wish for me to repeat those rights here today?
On behalf
Your
of Ms. Eubanks, I do not, Your Honor. Thank you.
Likewise, on behalf of Mr. Bradshaw, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Hotchkiss, how do you wish to proceed today?
Your Honor, my client would waive the reading of the petition, waive probable cause hearing, and ask this matter be set for trial.
Ms. McCluskey?
Likewise, Your Honor, we wish to preserve our right to request a jury trial, but ask that it be set for a bench trial at this time. Thank you.
Okay. I will schedule both files. Pages stuck together. For a pretrial. Shannon, this says resumption of the preliminary hearing.
Oh, I'll fix it.
February 23rd at 8:30. Combined trial and disposition, March 2nd at 1 p.m. Ms. McCluskey, if you wish to preserve the right to a jury trial, you need to file a jury demand. You can always waive that demand at some point in the future. I can certainly do a bench trial on March 2nd. It's unlikely that I would be able to do a jury trial on that date.
Thank you.
For now, we'll set it for that date. Anything else the court needs to address today?
Your Honor, there is a Mr. Hotchkiss brought to my attention. It is on the 15493 NA file. The one with all of the children, or a lot of the children. There's an error on the bottom of the third page where the request to terminate parental rights of father to children, 1G and 1H are checked appropriately, but C is not checked. So I would just ask to amend that on the record to reflect the intent of the agency there.
I will grant that motion. I will amend the petition myself and initial that the petition has been amended in that regard.
And I think we probably need to address parenting time. And I'd like to be heard on that, certainly.
Let me hear from you first.
I believe I believe Your Honor is familiar with a few of these parties, at least through a custody case. There is a history of physical abuse. This petition is regarding some of the worst physical abuse I've ever seen, Your Honor. Frankly, I've reviewed a lot of photographs. This child is lucky to be alive. He has injuries all over his body, including injuries near his feet, which to me looks like he was restrained and tortured in the truest sense of the word. Given Ms. Eubanks' history and Mr. Bradshaw's familiarity with that history through the custody case, I am requesting that this court suspend any and all parenting time for both Ms. Eubanks and Mr. Bradshaw. Thank you.
Mr. Hotchkiss?
I've discussed this with my client. Of course, he's denied the allegations, and that's why we requested a trial. He is requesting the court grant him supervised visits, even though it's a permanent request. We have some very young children, and in order to maintain contact and a bond until such time as the court entertains the people's request to terminate his parental rights, we'd ask that that contact continue. Thank you.
Ms. McCluskey?
We would also request supervised visits, Your Honor. Obviously, we know the appropriate safeguards can be implemented to keep the children safe. The petition is really only relates to one child, and obviously we're talking about parenting time with all of the children. And again, these are just allegations at this time. So I understand it's a permanent request, but we would request supervised visits, especially in light of the possibility that we may request a jury trial. Obviously, that's going to take some time. So thank you.
Mr. Brown.
Judge, I just do not know enough about this case. Typically, I think that supervised parenting time always provides safety, and I hate to terminate or suspend someone's parenting time based only on allegations. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know enough about this case. I don't know the parties like the court does or like Mr. Way does. So I am not going to proffer an opinion. I do respect Mr. Way's analysis. I've never heard him say that before. But I will leave it to the discretion of the court, since I just do not know enough at this time, one way or another, to make a call at this time. Thank you.
Since I have two non-respondent parents in the courtroom and their children are also impacted by this issue, I would like to hear from each of them. Ms. Johnson, I'll hear from you first, how you would feel about supervised visits supervised by the agency at the agency between now and whenever a trial can be conducted.
Your Honor, at this point, I feel like it would do more damage than help. My children are like having a really hard time with all of this. I don't think they haven't seen their father since June, and I think at this point it would confuse them more. I don't think that that's a good idea at this point.
Thank you. And Mr. Lewis? Mr. Lewis, did we just lose him? Oh, there he is. Mr. Lewis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right. So you've had a chance to hear the arguments that have been made pro and con concerning whether or not these parents should be entitled to supervised visits by the agency between now and the time that the matter can be tried. Since you are a parent of several of these children, I wanted to give you an opportunity to weigh into that issue.
After hearing everything, I don't feel as though that is even necessary. She hasn't been around these kids in like a year or a year and a half. So I don't think that would be conducive to their living conditions or their mental health either.
So let me ask, because it's a little confusing. I know if I sorted through the petition, I could figure it out. Of the children named in file the 15493, which of those are children of both respondent parents?
For me, it's Michael Jr., Jaheim, Lewis.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Lewis. I know which ones are your children. Okay. Mr. Way, can you enlighten me?
Your Honor, it looks like Kylian and August, the two youngest children.
All right, and the child who has the injuries is which one?
Oh, it's Kylian, I believe. Yes, Kylian.
The child
it's
of both
one
parties.
of the children that they have in common.
I'm going to suspend visits for all children except for August. August may have, there's no allegation of injuries to August, is that correct?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
All right. I will allow supervised visits with August only. Visits with all the other children will be suspended until further order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I
Thank
believe
you.
that concludes our hearing. Mr. Way, what are we anticipating this afternoon?
That's the case that Mr. Hotchkiss is going to withdraw. But I know the
okay.
respondent father also previously said he wanted to get this over with as quickly as possible. So I have my witnesses coming just in case. So we'll just have to see, I guess.
Okay, great. Thank you all. We'll see you attorneys this afternoon. Thank you.